Okay, so drinking and eating is one of the most essential survival things that a brain and a body do. If I'm not wanting to eat or drink, one of the things to keep in mind is it the company you're keeping? Is it you don't feel safe? Do you feel like people are poisoning or trying to do something to you? Or is it truly your brain's inability to keep you safe with suck, swallow? Or is it, I don't see any point to continue living? Or is it, I'm dying and I don't need more fuel. I don't need more fluids because I'm not going to stay here long enough. And so with dementia, it gets a little tricky because is it my technique and my interaction and the environment that's overwhelming the person, or is it the internal destruction of the brain that's making it impossible for them to even take in the stuff? Because humans at the end of their life will quit eating and drinking because it's a shell and I'm leaving the shell. I can't stay in here anymore. And I've got to quit taking things in because that actually makes dying a lot more painful, because whatever I take in is going to sit in my gut and rot because I'm not going to keep living. And it's really uncomfortable to have that happen. And so humans as a rule will stop eating and stop drinking so that they can die empty and dry. And in that time period, it's very common for people to actually wake up and alert and be able to have more interaction because it's the goodbye that if you're present, you might get to experience. Well, one of the things to do is to make sure that you're providing me that which I like the most. So typically sweet is something that most people enjoy a whole lot more than sour, warm rather than cold. And a taste of something will give you a hint of whether or not I'm interested in it. So doing something that's just a taste right there near the tip of the tongue and go, ooh, yeah, yeah. And then tip it to see whether or not the person continues to want it. Using what I call hand under hand assist can be good information, because if they're now any of those kind of signals, if they're breathing like that, putting fluid or food in there, that's how fast they're breathing. If you put fluid or food into a breathing that's going that quickly, they can't cover their airway to swallow the food or the fluid. And I'm actually increasing the risk that what I put in will end up in the lungs rather than in the stomach. So it's time to let go of nourishment and hydration and simply moistening and comfort. And the comfort is not drying the mouth out, but allowing the person to dry out.